Good morning. Well, I realized why that last video came out in portrait, I guess, because I had the lock set on the camera for some reason. Anyway, just an update here. I also, when I was at the RV dealer 2 days ago, or no, yesterday morning, I told him that the water was drawing from the RV tank rather than the tank up on the hill. And he recommended that I remove the check valve in the water fill line, which I did, and that didn't work. When you turn the pump on, it just tries to push water up the hill to the tank, so that didn't work. I ordered another one of those. That's $18. Should be here middle of next week, but it works now because all I got to do is just turn the valve off on the hose and just fill the tank manually like I was doing before. Alright, you're caught up. Right now, I got the trailer down the hill. It's been dry for like 5 days in a row, kind of. So I'm debating on running my last dump load, get rid of the rest of this 1.5-inch pipe, and there's a couple pieces of garbage up there. Actually, there's a piece of pipe way up top too on the downside of the hill to the right up there, which I got to dig out somehow. Get that to the dump, and I'm toying with the idea of maybe picking up a smaller load of gravel that I could just dump on my driveway towards the end of the day, and that would actually probably be a pretty good idea, so I might give that a shot. Anyway, it's cold. It was 28 degrees last night or this morning. The trailer was 32 inside, but I turned on everything I owned and I got up to 52 in like 20 minutes, so that was pretty impressive. But anyway, I'll get you on fast forward and we'll get some of this shit in the trailer. Alright, this will be the test to see if I can get a small load of rock up that hill. However, before I do that, I think it's probably a good idea to keep this spring-loaded load from springing out of here. Last time I tried bringing rock up this hill, I guided the trailer back into this little bank right here, or probably right where you, oh, up there where you see the rocks that were in the back of the truck or trailer. So anyway, let's see if it's dried out enough to climb this hill. Well, I think I could haul a few rocks anyway, since I'm going to go to the dump. I might as well pick up some rocks. But it kind of made up that hill pretty easy, especially if I can get going that fast. And it'd be nice to dump a load of rocks right about here. Looks fairly flat. I could tilt the trailer up quite a ways without worrying about it tipping over. Load the rock up close to the truck to give the back wheels some traction. Well, I know I've said it many times, but this piece here is close to the end of this piping, tubing, water pipe, and it's stuck on that branch I tried pulling it. I could cut it, but I don't really want to go down that hill. Oh God, look at all those metal whatchamajobs. Hey, this is another fun hill to clean. There's a lot there. A lot to do. Alright, I'm going to just grab the excavator and see if I can just pull this thing up. Last piece. Well, hell, I should have put that strap on first. That would have made a lot of sense. See how quickly before you get knocked over. You always figure out the job at the end. You have to cut it though. All right, get rid of that, come back with rock. That's a productive trailer move. All right, that's 4,000 pounds of rock, and we did make it up the hill, which is very good. It's also a little precarious right now because I have it in drive and the emergency brake on. If you put it in park and it, you know, drifts back, it's like yanking it out of park to get it out of park. But anyway, what are we going to do now? It's not really that much rock. You know, maybe 20 feet. But I guess to play it safe, I could... I don't need to adjust how much this gate opens, just let it open whatever it opens. Tailgating rock is something you've probably rarely done on a steep hill. So, that will just swing open. The cable for the lift will not reach the truck. So, what I'm thinking, of course, is lifting the bed until things start to move, and then should I try to back up? There's no trees in the way for the trailer. What should I do? What should I do? Or just dump it here and push it down with the excavator? No, we're gonna wing it. We're just gonna start doing it and then see how it goes. Just falls through. Nice if I could just sit you there. You guys are such a pain in the ass sometimes. Maybe I'll sit you in the stump. Should get some of it. Alright, are we backing down, or are we going to actually be able to drive up from here? What a difference a drier road makes. do this now. We'll get it. How's that yard? Actually, just under yard because it's 40 bucks a yard. So just shy of that because it's 36 bucks. So we right up. Alright. Still in drive. Oh, mistake. Alright, success. And 4 low with the hubs locked. Best friction traction, this is Alright, now the long ride down. Man, I might even be able to start on my generator quiet box. Some advice for anybody that's might be find themselves on a hill that's muddy with a trailer that's loaded with stuff, and you start going up the hill and you stop going up the hill and you put your foot on the brake and then you start sliding backwards down the hill. Keep one thing in mind: it doesn't matter how hard you push the brake pedal. You have to stop thinking brake pedal. I was trying to push the brake pedal through the floor, and that was just a complete waste of energy. Just push the brake pedal down firmly, and then watch yourself sliding and make the steering wheel adjustments as you work your way down the hill. Highly recommend that. But this, we'll see how this flattens out and stuff. I think it might definitely help out quite a bit, just that little bit. But it's also amazing how much you need for a driveway. I mean, we're talking about yards and yards and yards and yards. What, 100 yards? 200 yards? This was 1 yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 50. Lots and lots of rock. Alright, spread this out real quick. And I think I'm going to go down there and grab some wood for my new generator box. And that should do it for the day. Alright, that's pretty good. I got that real big hole filled up, and I didn't want a lot of rock in the middle because that's not where we drive, but that'll all probably smash in. The only other question, of course, is where do I leave the excavator? I guess I'll bring it back up, but I probably need it down here. Well, let's take a ride back up. Alright, I got my last sheet drying. By the way, that thing draws 116 amps, if you can believe that. So that means the generator has to come on, which means probably the rest of this video is going to be music if I go that far, or just be muted. We'll see how much we get down here. This battery's about to die too. Alright, I'm going to unhook the trailer, go down, get some wood. Speaking of old age again, which I do a lot, there's only so many things to hook up here in this trailer. This red line is an emergency if we ever lose connection with the truck. It pulls this pin out here, and this, I don't know if it works. It looks like it doesn't work. Oh God, I gotta get that on my list. That would be terrible if that just locked up, but that locks up the brakes. And then of course you have your power line, you got your 2 chains, you got your hitch and your hitch pin, and then this guy here, it's got to be down and attached properly. And the lights of course are going to work. And today I went down to go to the dump and I forgot to put that in. And my battery was running low. Luckily it charged up on the way back up here. I tell you, these little things, very interesting. Call it lazy brain. before we get to the generator zone. Big revolution today on the solar panels in the Victron motor controller, battery controller, charger thingy. It just had a question, you know, connect to the VR network on the solar controllers, connecting to the Victron MCC, and I said okay. But today, like for the third time, I have two solar controllers now, and one of the solar controllers, usually the first one I put in, just stops charging the batteries for whatever reason, and I have to turn it off and turn it back on again, and then it starts working. Today I had the same problem, and I was turning it off, turning it on, and it wouldn't respond. It just still showed 0, even though the panels were getting a lot of light. And then I just decided to turn off that networking thing, and holy bald-headed eagles, I've got, for the first time, I was charging like 75-80 amps today. I got 98, or it's probably 100% now on the batteries, because of that, and the fact I had the generator going for the laundry. But that's a big find. So that thing shouldn't, you know, stop working anymore. Plus, I think it was regulating the solar power down so it didn't overcharge the batteries. The Victron, I know, has a 50 amp limit on the AC input, but somehow that was affecting the amperage going to the batteries. These batteries, you could charge them at like 200 and some odd amps. I mean, they're beast batteries. And the cabling, it's well, I have 2 4s, which makes 1 aught when you put 2 4s together. But anyway, that's a big deal. A lot less generator running in the future. All right, it's starting to get cold here as well. I don't know how motivated I am to start this generator project right now as the sun's going down. I got a feeling I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. All right, I think that's it. See ya. Well, I am going to take these out so they don't warp tonight. And yes, they have screws in them.